but it's kind of like Thursday. So we're going to call it the Wednesday Thursday show. Thursday Wednesday show? How about we just call it what it is? Let's call it Be Real with D Real. And we got some stuff to talk about today. It's about 11 after. Y'all could just start jumping in at any time because we're going to have us a lively discussion. And since it's Wednesday and I ain't got to do daddy duties, we can stay up in here a little longer and chop it up a little bit longer. At least maybe like an hour and a half, maybe hour or two. Depends on y'all. Depends on how much of us are in here and what's gonna be going on. Of course, we're gonna talk about the usual stuff. I know there's going to be a social justice conversation, and there's going to be a T'Challa conversation for sure. Cause how's your chest feeling, Nate? Sounds like some folks is digging off in it, but I don't want to get off into that yet. I'm gonna give y'all like about 2-3 more minutes. I'm gonna go grab me a beverage and I'm gonna come back and we're gonna get into this here thing for sure, y'all. Stay tuned, and if you ain't tuned, get tuned. Nah. Who up in here? Who up in here? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Make some noise. Holla, holla, holla. As they used to say on the Dave Chappelle show, holla, holla, holla. Holla, holla, holla. Holla, 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 holla. Holla at me, holla at me, holla at me. Y'all need to holla at me. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, holla, holla. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, holla. Holla, 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 holla. Let's see what we can get off into today. It is almost showtime. Almost showtime. We almost ready to get going. I got my strawberry watermelon seltzer water. Wonder what that tastes like. Oh, it's good. Okay. I like that. I like strawberries, and then, you know, my natural proclivity towards watermelon flavor is, what can I say? It's a genetic thing. All right. I'm wait for y'all. I'm gonna wait for y'all. You know why I'm going to wait for y'all? Because I have time to. I actually have time to. I can sit here for a minute, chill. Matter of fact, I might not. I was gonna fix me something to eat, but y'all look like y'all might be. You know what? I might have time. I might have time. I might have time. I might have time. So let me do this. Ah, we're back. Hey yo, did y'all ever notice the chair? You ever notice the chair right there? Ooh, uh, it used to have a little thing back here. Well, it does still have a little thing back here that look like a cape, like a T'Challa cape. Yeah, cause that's how we handles ours. Be right back. Ha! One more again, promise. Ray Smith is in the building. What's good, Mr. Smith? What's good, Mr. Smith? What's good, Mr. Smith? How we doing up in here today? I'm just having my sparkling water. Um, and I guess we're gonna be doing some things later on. I am good, sir. Got a little bit of work I need to finish, but other than that, it ain't nothing major. It's some minor things that I need to do, but other than that, man, I can't complain. My cup runneth over. D Steezel in the building. What's going on, D? What's happening, man? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, why I got y'all in here? I'll probably mention it again during the live, but why I got y'all in here? I have a special uh Native Heritage Day. Native Heritage Day. That is, I guess, the new nomenclature for Thanksgiving. Uh and I mean, it kind of has a little significance to me because there are uh there are indigenous people in my family. There are Asian people in my family. So, I we rep the black and indigenous people of color like a mug in my family. So, yeah, make sure y'all watch that. Make sure y'all watch the Native Heritage Day video. It will be going up at midnight tonight because I wanted to pop off right at Thanksgiving. So that, yeah, y'all make sure y'all watch that. It's got a few videos in it that are informative, but are also like some oh wow moments or some oh ish moments, because the history of Thanksgiving, man, is just I don't know. I was on the radio this morning, and we were talking about the history of Thanksgiving and how everything that it is came to be, but how like 99.9% of it is just accurate. I mean, inaccurate. Excuse me. It's like I didn't even know about Squanto. Did y'all know about Squanto? Did you know that Squanto's full name was Tisquantum? And that he was kidnapped and taken to the United Kingdom. Then he was smuggled to Spain, and then he came back to North America. And by the time he got back to North America, his whole tribe had been wiped out. Is the Squanto movie like that? I've never watched the Squanto movie. I've heard about the Squanto movie, but yeah, man. I don't if somebody took me from my house and I was gone from my house for some years, and then I finally got back to my house and I found out that everybody in my house was dead. Yeah. Squanto, Mr. Smith, is the guy that is mainly responsible for keeping the pilgrims from starving. And when he showed them the techniques and where to find the fish and hunt and harvest, they forgot all about the Native Americans. And according to the Native Americans, they were never invited to that first official Turkey Day dinner. So it's like, how do you celebrate a holiday like Thanksgiving? Knowing what we know about so-called Thanksgiving. I mean, it's not a day, and here's where I'm at with it. It's not a day to say I don't want to participate in this. I mean, you can if you want to. Life is choice driven. But I mean, and again, referring back to the radio conversation this morning, um, we as African Americans, we eat all the time. Okay. We eat on Sunday, big dinner on Sunday. We eat on Friday. We eat on Thanksgiving. We eat on Christmas. We eat on New Year's. We eat on Easter. We eat on Memorial Day. We eat on, I mean, we have quite a few holidays, not to mention weekends if you got a real close knit family unit. A lot of eating going on. I know our family, the family I have that lives in my home and the family that lives outside my home. We always make it a point to do that soul food thing. You know what I mean? And if you ain't ever, y'all seen soul food. I know y'all seen soul food. But like you get together and you do the little Sunday thing, except we do ours on Thursday, because my daughter's work schedule doesn't always allow for a Sunday. So we're always eating. So what is different about Thanksgiving, in my opinion, that makes it unique? I mean, because the history of it is fraudulent and hypocritical. So the only thing we can take away from it is food and football that isn't offensive or that can't be deemed offensive. What do y'all think? That's what it is, y'all. That's what it is. Wednesday Live. Seen the film and the TV series. You talking about Squanto, D? Or are we talking about the story of Thanksgiving? Soul Food. The series. I actually like the series better than the movie. Yeah, on Showtime. Yeah. Uh, Brother Ray says it does not surprise me that history has been rewritten to favor a certain segment, a certain demographic, a certain ethnicity. Okay. Um, I don't know. It doesn't stop us from celebrating because apparently we I guess it's sort of a, I guess kind of a Pyrrhic victory. You find joy in the suffering. And hasn't that always been the story of us for time immemorial? We've got to find joy in the suffering, otherwise we'll be miserable. So rather than me sitting around, stating facts, because every now and then, you got to state a couple of facts and let people know, okay, the wool is not over my eyes. I see you. I see what's going on. I see what's happening. You know what I mean? Who else in here ain't introduced themselves? What my mama always used to say, didn't I teach you to introduce yourself when you come into a room? But I know sometimes there's some people that don't want to be outed. I guess they just want to be in here being silent observers. And that's cool too. Y'all can silently observe because I got a lot to say and I got a whole lot of time to say it. At least a good 2-3 hours. I ain't gonna be on I ain't gonna be on here no 2 or 3 hours. I'm gonna say what I got to say about what I got to say. And then I will be done. So H-Town, okay, in the building. What's going on, fam? Ain't nothing. We in here doing this special Wednesday live. I normally do it on Thursday, but we in here doing it on Wednesday. You ain't missed too much, man. All I've been talking about is just the truth about the history of Thanksgiving and how some of us refer to it as Native Heritage Day. And just like how Columbus is referred to as Indigenous Peoples Day, we're just kind of reclaiming that in a way that's respectful to everybody. Because pilgrims never wore buckles on their hats. And they never sat down and had a feast with Indians. I don't want to give away, and not Indians, that's the wrong word, indigenous people. Christopher Columbus messed that up for everybody because he was trying to get to India. And then when he got to America, he thought he was in India and started calling indigenous people Indians. Okay. Anywho, what we doing? Are we celebrating Thanksgiving, Native Heritage Day, whichever one you're going with? Are we celebrating that in the way that it should be celebrated? Or are we celebrating it in that traditional way that we have been told it should be celebrated? Because every day I read more and more, I learn history has been revised more than the layman is aware of. I'm going to say that again. History has been revised more than the layman is aware of. So I mean, H-Town, where you at? What you doing for Native Heritage Day? These are what you doing for Native Heritage Day, Brother Ray. What y'all doing for Native Heritage Day? And are we gonna acknowledge natives like we acknowledge pilgrims? Because that's what it is. It's really unfair that pilgrims always get acknowledged when you say Thanksgiving, but indigenous people are always an afterthought. Okay, there's one to marinate on. So what we got for Thanksgiving? If we ain't got nothing else for Thanksgiving, I'm gonna move on to a couple of little minor issues, and some pop culture stuff before we get off into the meat and potatoes of what we about to get off into. Um, yes, 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 sir. It is very very true. It just we need to stop perpetrating the fraud, man. Well, not us. I ain't saying we as the people here, but we as non-native Americans. You know what I'm saying? And brother Ray, I acknowledge that you have indigenous blood in you, just like people in my family have indigenous blood in them. And are we endeavoring to educate people about the indigenous folks' role in the so-called Thanksgiving holiday and the building of this country in general? I mean, we don't want to get into the genocide and out and out rape and murder, but that too is a part of it. Like I said, y'all make sure that y'all watch my video coming on at midnight. Well, it's midnight my time. So it'll be it'll be 4 a.m. Eastern time, but it'll be 1 a.m. Pacific time. So wherever you at, extrapolate, do the math, find out what time zone you in. And that's, well, these Diesel, you in Central time zone, right? So you will be 3 a.m. I don't know if y'all gonna be up around that time, but it'll be up, so y'all get to see it. Anywho, done data. Are there any gamers here? Are there any gamers, video game players, folks that like video games, video game watchers? Watch them on Twitch. Do y'all watch video games? Y'all like video games? You said you're doing research on reservations and reading and how they coincide. You may find that information and that revelation very interesting. H-Town, okay. Okay. So yes, all the more reason why y'all should watch that video. Anyway, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Avengers. The Avengers video game. I think I want to say around either Christmas time or close to January. Spider-Man, playable character, and has a whole AIM story arc and everything. So it's okay, D Diesel. You can say hell yeah if you want to. Yeah, we're PG-13 up in here. Sometimes you do what you got to do. Sometimes emotion make you do things. Emotion make you say things. We get emotional. Just reel it in. Do what you got to do. But anyway, yeah, I saw the content, and if you ever played the first Spider-Man game, not the Miles Morales one, but they're similar. But if you played that Spider-Man game, Spider-Man plays just like that in the Avengers game. You can slide across the floor and yank yourself forward with webs and grab folks with webs and slam them, and he's got the spider sense going off when folks are getting ready to hit him. And so it's really a very traditional looking Spider-Man, if you will. He's throwing quips and jokes, just like he did in another game, and he's trying to irritate folks. So if you are playing the Avengers game, That's something to look forward to. Uh, I am not a huge Spider-Man fan. I'm cool with Spider-Man, but Spider-Man ain't. Oh, typo. Okay. It's all good, man. Ain't nobody offended here. I'm not. Um, so that is something to put potentially on your list for some people that might want to play that. Okay. Um, did y'all know that I do haiku? You don't have a PlayStation, but even if I did, I probably wouldn't play with Spider Man. I've become kind of tired of the character over the years. And D. Diesel has both Spider Man and Miles Morales Spider Man. So while you are not a Spider Man fan, H Town, D. Diesel most definitely is. And I know my man T. Austin, I know Terrell Austin, he digs Spider Man too. So just a little something, something. Also, too, the Hawkeye series premiered on Disney Plus. Did y'all get a chance to watch it? I got a chance to watch it. And if y'all tell me y'all didn't watch it, I won't talk about it. If you want me to talk about it, because they had a 2 episode premiere. If you want me to talk about Hawkeye, let me know in the comments and I will tell you exactly what's going on with Hawkeye and the ramifications that it appears to have on the rest of the MCU. Okay, H Town, watch both episodes. Now I got a question for you in a second here, H Town. Um, Brother Ray, D Diesel, have y'all watched Hawkeye on Disney Plus yet? Yeah, I like that they gave us 2 episodes to start off because as soon as I got done with that first episode and the way it ended, I'm like, man, y'all better give me something else. Y'all can't be ending episodes like that. Oh, downloadable content is a PlayStation exclusive, and you got it on Xbox. Dang, look like you're gonna have to get a PlayStation then, huh? I don't know. I've always been a PlayStation guy. I've got an Xbox too, but for some reason, I just don't play as much Xbox as I do PlayStation. Okay, Brother Ray has not seen it yet. Okay, so then I have to be indirect and cryptic, H Town. So, H Town, here's my question. All right, now looking at the credits, and I see all this Hawkeye thing is all okay. Okay, you watched it, DC. Okay, this Hawkeye show is all a Kevin Feige thing. Okay. His name pops up the most in the credits when we talking about who had something to do with it other than visual effects, which I'm like, I didn't see too many of those in there unless there's some of the stuff that's just like normally going on and occurring is visual effects. But anyways, my question is this. Do you think, based on the way that show looks from those first 2 episodes and the vibe of that show, do you think they are trying to distance themselves from anything? And I'm gonna just go ahead and get into it because I know that's what we waiting on. Anything Wakanda like? Oh, you say go ahead. I don't mind the spoilers. Well, that was my first question. And the reason why I asked that question is because there's references to everything else in every other Disney Plus series. Very limited references. I mean, there's Easter eggs, and if you are a huge Hawkeye fan, if you are a fan of the Matt Fraction Hawkeye run, you will see a little bit of the of what was incorporated, more or less. Um, for the benefit of Brother Ray, the Hawkeye show centers around Hawkeye, but it also centers around Kate Bishop, who was inspired to become what she is because of seeing Hawkeye in action. And so she like, Mama, give me a bow and arrow. I want to be like Hawkeye. Now, my second question is, has the public seen enough of Hawkeye to be like, oh, Hawkeye, you're my favorite hero? Because was Endgame televised? You know what I'm saying? The events of Endgame, the battle at Avengers compound, was that televised? Did somebody come with a camera and film all of them superheroes and aliens? And so that's how it's common knowledge to the layman? Yeah, it is Case Show D Diesel. H-Town says, this is the thing I've been having a problem with for years. T'Challa opened the country nearly a decade ago in the MCU timeline, yet we have seen nothing from them. And D Diesel says he hates the MCU family dynamic. Well, I guess. I see them getting further and further away. I mean, it could be me, and I might be on my conspiracy theory tip, but I see them they're kind of trying to distance themselves from all things Wakanda. Now, as we have learned, now stay with me, it's going to get deep. Now, as we have learned in recent weeks, Nate Moore and Ryan Coogler knew what they planned to do with the Black Panther franchise before Chadwick Boseman passed. Okay? Nate Moore is an executive. That's what he is. He's an executive. And executives do things that executives do, and they don't apologize for what they do. Think Wolf of Wall Street. Sometimes some folks just got to get on the chopping block and get dealt with, you know? I think, and a lot of people have said it, that we may not see a Black Panther 2. And I'm starting, I might be on my conspiracy theory, like I said, but all of the signs are pointing to that joint might not get finished, because there is too much static around it. There's too much undecisiveness to it. There's too much trial and error to it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, curse is a strong word to use, but how do you explain the Kennedys? How do you explain every Black leader since Martin Luther King not being around no more, or not being active, or the ones that was really trying to make a difference? They got Martin gone, Malcolm gone, Huey gone. To me, it seems like that movie is doomed to not happen. Funny I should use the word doom. Exactly, Theo. Where Theo at? Theo, you up in here, man? Make yourself known. It sounds like Marvel's biggest mess of a production. It is, D. Steezel. It is a whole entire mess. It is a crapshoot. I have never seen, I mean, and I've been around some productions, because I got a little acting experience. And I've been around some productions, and I have never seen this much delay, this much change, this much chaos. It's just so chaotic. And the crazy part about it all is it's so easy to fix. It's so easy to fix. Childishly simple to fix. Okay. H-Town said, I'm not going to lie. I would rather them not make the movie than watch them give all of T'Challa's feats and achievements to all of his side characters. And D. Steezel says, like Fox Sony level of mess. Yeah, you will get no argument from me there. He's in WB levels. Yeah, whoa, that's strong because WB got some pretty craptastic levels. But yeah, I'm with you, H-Town. I would just rather it not be a Black Panther movie than this fiasco that they are contemplating putting out that's not going to succeed is not going to make $1 billion. I can tell you that right now. So it's like, why go through the motions? Because of your pride. At least 7 different rewrites, according to Angela Bassett, D. Steezel. Bible say pride comes before a fall, and Nate is trying to not swallow his pride. Okay, he came out, yo, there's Theo, about to you just in time, bruh. I am already digging in Nate's chest. Yeah, we would just rather not see a Black Panther movie than this BS they are attempting to put out. Because that's what it is. It's mess. I don't want to sit in here and repeat all of the same things that you can find in my 50 plus videos. I don't want to sit in here and repeat the same things that you can find in Theo's 100 plus videos and anything anybody else has done on social media to this point. Me, I'm a solutions kind of dude because I'm active in the community and I do community stuff and I work with youth and that kind of a thing. So my thing ain't about what's broke or what's wrong. How the hell are we gonna fix it? That's my thing. Right now, one, just don't do a Black Panther movie. Just take everything Wakanda and Wakandan and Wakanda related out of the MCU. Let's just say Wakanda got blinked. Whatever. However y'all want to do it. Or, of course, recast T'Challa. It is very insulting to us as a people. And now here's my thing. I know that there are mostly people of color in here right now. And Theo, you mentioned it on your video today. Congrats, by the way. How, as a Black man or Black people in general, just being introduced to the Black Panther in 2016, 2018, how is it Yes, I agree, Theo. That movie can be saved, but if Nate's arrogant ass don't want to admit that he's dead ass wrong about all of this and he just needs to back up and do it, he gonna move forward with that dumpster fire and continue to besmirch the name of T'Challa, not to mention Chadwick Boseman with this lie he's living. Yes, and Nate can see this video. Nate, you a liar. You lied. You liar. Period. Okay? I said it. Tell your mama I said it, Nate. Tell whoever you else you want to tell that I said it. You lied. Okay? You up in here talking about see, I'm getting ready to go off into some more stuff that I've already talked about. Zip, I'm not going to rehash stuff. I'm not going to rehash things. I'm just going to drag you, Nate, because Nate don't understand, y'all. Either Nate don't understand or Nate don't give a damn. T. Austin. We never see Storm and T'Challa married and had a son in the MCU. We never see Storm and T'Challa married and had a son in the MCU. Nah, we didn't because Nate. 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 It's all about Nate and Ryan and they little back alley deals to try to make somebody else shine in the Black Panther franchise instead of T'Challa. It's T'Challa, bruh. Ryan, Nate, 4-letter names, and I want to give them some 4-letter words. Okay. Theo said, because reading comics is a perceived uncool thing in our culture. There are those who tease those who read, who go home and read comics. Okay, here's what I say to that, Theo. How many people that didn't read comic books watched The Super Friends? How many people that didn't read comic books watch Spider-Man and his amazing friends? How many people that didn't read comic books watch the 1990 X-Men cartoon? I say that to say this. Comics are not the only format where you can see these characters. We getting bombed with Spider-Man. We getting bombed with Batman stuff non-stop, constantly, continuously saturated with it. If don't nobody know nothing else, they know Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. You can go to the average person who don't know a thing about them characters, and they can most likely tell you all three of them's origin. Okay? It's about exposure. You know the only time T'Challa was on the X-Men cartoon? Yes, he made an appearance. There was something going on. Magneto was lifting the asteroid into space, and he came out and kind of posed for a second. That's the only time you saw Black Panther in an X-Men cartoon. It's about exposure. T'Challa don't get enough exposure. T'Challa didn't get his own show until 2008. And then it wasn't very successful because it was distributed poorly. It was made poorly too, but it was nice. It was a nice effort. But that's my point. Okay? T'Challa would be just as popular or close to being as popular as these characters I mentioned if T'Challa got that same kind of exposure. Where the lie at? You know, he don't get that kind of exposure. That's why. Okay. Theo said we still getting bombed with Power Ranger stuff. I bet the average Black person knows more about Tommy the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, Red Ranger, and finally Black Ranger than they know about T'Challa. You'll get no argument from me, sir. Again, exposure exposure, exposure. Just like in real estate, it's about location, location, location. You want that man back there to be famous? You got to expose him. It took y'all till 2016 to put the man on the screen. These thieves will say, I'm cool with the casual fans, but their biggest handicap in any decision is they've never read any comics. That's true. So it's our job to expose T'Challa to them. It's our job to put T'Challa in their minds, in their hearts, just like Spider-Man's in everybody's hearts, just like Batman's in everybody's hearts. That took some time to do, but it was consistent. You always had a Superman show or a Superman cartoon whenever. Since George Reeves, you've had a Superman cartoon or a Superman serial or a Superman movie or a Superman cartoon. That's why Superman is as loved as he is. My mother has never picked up a comic book in her life, but she can tell you Superman's origin. No, D. Steezel, they do not have a legitimate argument for why T'Challa shouldn't be recast. We blew all of that out the water, and that's what we need to keep doing, blowing the BS out the water. We need to eliminate every single reason, excuse, lie they got. Expose it. We got receipts. Everybody out here got receipts. You know what I'm saying? I got receipts. Theo got receipts. Machiavelli Media got receipts. You know what I'm saying? Trey Michael got receipts. Everybody got receipts, man. So right now, it's a matter of pride. Yeah, Brother Ray. Yeah, the Max Fleischer cartoons. Exactly. Superman been in our eyesight for decades. Batman been in our eyesight for decades. My Batman had like a what, 1942, 1943 serial where he was driving around with a pistol and driving around in a regular old car and Robin looked like a grown-ass man. Yeah. They been exposed. If we could get half the exposure for T'Challa since 1966 that Superman got, that Batman got, we would not have this problem because he would be beloved by someone other than T'Challa faithful. I want laymen to know. I want casuals to know who T'Challa is. Because half of them don't know. If your introduction to T'Challa was Civil War, you know nothing of the character. Absolutely zilch. Because all of that narrative is told from a certain perspective. The only thing about T'Challa that's in line is that his father got killed. Other than that, that's a total deviation. But we welcomed it because it's T'Challa on the screen. We'll take it. Should have been bitching then. H-Town say, I literally had a person on Twitter tell me that Shuri was the longest reigning Black Panther. LOL. I even got the screen. See, that's what I'm talking about, H-Town. You got these casuals out here saying this dumb stuff about what they think they know about T'Challa and the Black Panther mythos. They know nothing. And I feel like whoever should have been exposing him to the public, whoever should have been exposing him to the masses, I always said for years and years and years and years and years, when I first heard that Wesley Snipes wanted to make a Black Panther movie, I was like, that's going to be dope because there ain't nothing else like the Black Panther in comics, you know? And as Black people, we winning twice. I think the powers that be saw that and they're like, oh, no, 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 not on my watch. DC would indeed implode without Batman. That's why it's always pushed. You got 11 billion, trillion, bajillion characters in DC, but they keep making Batman movies. They need to recast T'Challa and also a new cartoon. They are getting ready to expand on the 90s. Yes, Mr. Smith, I heard about that. X-Men 97. Yeah, Black Panther needs to totally be in that. If he's not in it, I see a narrative being driven. Terrell says anti-recasters don't know nothing about Black Panther. No, they don't know nothing. Not a doggone thing. All they know is he's black and he's dressed like a cat. These Diesel said, LOL, I've heard a casual say that Shuri was the first female Black Panther. Boo. See, and that's what I'm saying, y'all. All of us, the people in here, it's just like my man Theo always say, each one teach one. Teach these fools. Teach these benighted simpletons about the glory of the empire of Wakanda. Teach them, school them. It ain't got to be nothing rude. It ain't got to be nothing disrespectful, but they need to know. Do you know who that man in black is? Do you know what he represents as far as you? T'Challa inspires his fellow black superheroes. T'Challa's fellow black superheroes have nothing but love and respect for him. Don't say nothing crazy about him. Luke Cage, one of the most surly mugs in comics, is always like, T'Challa, my man, what's good? We got to teach him, man. We got to school him up. Otherwise, we're going to continue to have this dummy narrative. We're going to continue to have these fools saying things like Shuri is the first female Black Panther or Shuri succeeded T'Challa on the throne. No, she didn't. She was a regent. Okay? Got to make these things down. And this is why we got the Facebook page called Council of Wakanda. We trying to school people. We trying to give people some knowledge, not just that casual stuff that got you saying stupid things about, like Shuri was the first female Black Panther. Anyway, honestly, it was a mistake for us not to stand up and say something about the MCU Black Panther portrayal because now we have to deal with the repercussions. H-Town, 100%. 100% I agree. Okay? When he was in Civil War, that's when we should have been complaining about it. But then we would have looked like, oh, you're ungrateful. We're trying to do something for you guys, and you guys want to complain about it. Yeah, we want to complain about it because if it ain't accurate, it needs to be complained about. If you brought out a Superman with an orange S on his chest, what do you think people would have to say about that? It's the little things. It's a bunch of little things, and they add up to big things. It's little things like Zemo's responsible for the murder of T'Chaka. T'Challa has an uncle named Njobu. The White Wolf is the Winter Soldier. Just it's those little bitty things that just kind of turn into a big old snowball of fraud, and it just rolls downhill and it hits everybody. And because ain't nobody been exposed to truth, they swallow it. They swallow that crap. Night Thrasher. Night Thrasher. I like Night Thrasher. See how they doing Night Thrasher right now in comics, don't you? Okay, he's alive and well, but they just like, I'm not gonna make any Night Thrasher stories. I'm not either. Yeah, I agree, H-Town. They need to start doing better with their black characters because look at what they did to Monica Rambeau, taking her father out the picture when she indeed had a father in comics. Uh, mm, mm, mm. Show had a father in comics. Show had a father in comics. Ain't a mama. Okay, but they don't care nothing about our familial unit. Okay, as has been pointed out in several videos, Sam Wilson's sister is a baby mama. Why? Why do we have to have these dynamics? Okay. For this T'Challa thing, because I see we got everybody fired up. This is true. And the king of Wakanda always pays his debts, Mr. Smith. And if he said he owed Night Thrasher, and I remember that. So yeah, that would be an excellent way to see. But another random black character we just gonna throw into the mix. Nah, we can. I would love to see a new Warriors movie that stayed true to the source material, but Nate Moore got something to say about it. Uh-oh. Recasters said we have Sam Wilson, Captain America. T'Challa isn't needed. I bet Sam Wilson would beg to differ now that he got those fancy Wakandan wings and accoutrement to his outfit. We like Wakanda and we like Wakanda's gadgets and we like Wakanda's technology, but we don't like her king. That's what Marvel Studios says in a nutshell. We love everything about Wakanda except her king. Oh yeah. Squirrel Girl is walking plot armor. I can't stand her. It's like every story that Squirrel Girl's in is written and tailored to her. She beat Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom has a phobia of squirrels. Can you say plot armor? Yeah. Squirrel Girl can fall into the negative zone as far as I'm concerned and just be gone. I let her come back in like 40, 50 years like Captain America. Did you read about the recent Black Panther issue? And if you did, what do you think about Madam Prime Minister? I am going to get my copy today. I will let you know about that in a video that I do called Recommended Reading Material. And I most definitely recommend it after I read it. Yeah, I'm gonna get on that because I've been ripping and running. I've been ripping and running since like 5 a.m. So haven't got a chance. Yeah, right, Ray Smith, right, Ray Smith. How's she beating Thanos? And back in the day, he was surviving straight shots from Thor's hammer and punches from the thing simultaneously. But Squirrel Girl beating him somehow. That's what I mean. It's just it's too much. It's too much. Yeah, I'm gonna def check it out, H-Town. But let's move on to another topic here, y'all. Let's move on to another topic. Let's move on to another topic. She's annoying in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, and I don't really care for her. And like I said, she could fall into the negative zone, and I would not miss her one shred. He-Man Revelation. The next season of He-Man Revelation is out. I have not watched it yet. But what I've seen tells me Skeletor ain't gonna have the power forever. I don't understand how everybody flipped out at that last season because it was all about Teela. I don't like it. He-Man got beat up. All they did was talk about Teela, and Teela look like a man. What's going on? You gotta let the story unfold. I mean, I was kind of like, okay, but I don't feel like it was a a a, a game ender, for them to focus on telling the story. I understand focusing on telling the story, but just like with this T'Challa thing, the show is called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, not Teela. Okay, so while that component of the story was necessarily needed to be told, but did she have to take up most of the season? I mean, I get it. You got to set the stage for the things that happen, but at the same time, why are we mad at the payoff, or why were we mad at the payoff? I mean, isn't that what ain't that what Skeletor have been trying to do for years and years and years and years and years and years and years? Okay, we don't get mad when Doctor Doom is able to usurp the power of the Silver Surfer, or Galactus, or the Beyonder, or the Beyonders. We look for villains to do that sort of thing so that the bar can be set a little higher for the hero. It's like what I say about Superman. If Lex Luthor ain't got on that suit of armor, or some kind of way where he can meet let the Annihilation Wave get Squirrel Girl. If there's no way to make Lex Luthor Superman's physical equal, it's not as satisfying to watch. I dig, Lex Luthor scheming and having designs and machinations, but I want to see you punch Superman. I want to see Superman punch you. Same kind of thing. If we done already established He-Man's the most powerful man in the universe, Skeletor and them wasting their time. So they got to go at it another way. I thought the story was interesting myself. What's wrong with Skeletor having the power? Ain't that what he did in the Masters of the Universe movie? I know, 1987, it was a dumpster fire, but it was He-Man, and we wanted to see He-Man, and Dolph Lundgren was the biggest white guy we knew of at the time, so he got to play him. Yes, that's literally what I said earlier. Teela was looking a little studdish, but again, plot device. It's just a plot device to move the plot forward. Okay, now we all mad at Teela because she got like 3-4 episodes worth of airtime, and we didn't see He-Man until boom. I think I might have. I reviewed it on my page. I think I might have gave it something like a 6 or 7 too, because I thought, okay, while you are driving the story you are currently driving is not satisfying to most people. We want to excuse me, we want a payoff. If we don't get a payoff, we're going to give it a thumbs down. We're going to give it 2 thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm going to watch it tonight, because I'm going to be sitting around and, we sit around on this night. So I might as well, be productive and watch He-Man since I already watched Red Notice. Red Notice is on the way to being the highest streaming movie on Netflix ever. Ever? I mean, Red Notice was good, but highest streaming ever? Y'all watching Red Notice like that? You Caucasian men love Gal Gadot that much that y'all are just tuning in and tuning in and tuning in and tuning in? It's The Rock, bruh. You know what you're going to get with The Rock. It's Ryan Reynolds, bruh. Y'all know what y'all going to get with Ryan Reynolds. Okay? You're going to get sarcasm with Ryan Reynolds and over-the-top muscle stuff and one-liners with The Rock. And an accent with Gal Gadot. The movie, I ain't gonna front. Red Notice was a good movie. It had an interesting storyline. The story kind of snaked around and up and down and all over the place. Okay, it's about thieves. If you haven't watched it, star power. Yeah and no, but do you watch movies because of who's in them, or do you watch movies because they catch your interest? I read comic books I like, not because it's selling well. I watch movies I like, not because of who's in it. I mean, who's in it plays a factor, but I mean, if I see an independent movie and I don't know none of the actors in it, but it looks good and the plot and the premise sound cool, I'm gonna watch it. Period. Personally, when I found out Gal Gadot was playing Wonder Woman and I saw her and I looked at her, I'm like, she need a sandwich. She was just small to me. Bam. Told just what D. Steezel just said. She too skinny to be Wonder Woman. And she lied. She said she was going to bulk up for the role. And then when they asked her why she didn't bulk up for the role, her excuse was, well, in Greek mythology, the Amazons cut off their breasts. Do you want me to be that accurate and cut my... I know my Gal Gadot impression is terrible, but basically she was saying, do you want me to cut off my breast so I can be 100% accurate as an Amazon? Girl, ain't nobody said do all of that. We said you just need to eat a sandwich and bulk up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she should have worked out with Ben Affleck because he got rocked up for Justice League. I was like, dang, Ben, is it really necessary? What else we want to talk about? Oh, before I forget. If you haven't watched Red Notice, watch Red Notice. It is a good movie. I think I might do a review. Maybe this weekend or next week. I don't know. But it's a good movie. It's worth watching. I don't think it was the star power. So for me, it wasn't the star power so much as it was a good story. Last but not least, oh my goodness, Hit Monkey. Not too many former models are very good actors. Yeah. I saw Cindy Crawford in a movie with I think one of the Baldwin brothers. That's how terrible it was. I can't even remember the name of it. Anywho, Hit Monkey. What y'all know about Hit Monkey? Nothing? Something? Okay. I'm gonna give you the deets on Hit Monkey. First, Hit Monkey is a Marvel property. Hit Monkey has an animated series on Hulu right now. Hit Monkey is a macaque. As a monkey. um, his tribe of monkeys are imposed upon by an assassin who's hiding from people who are trying to kill him. While that assassin is dwelling amongst those macaques, he's working with his weapons, his instruments of assassinating people. And one of the monkeys learns this assassin skills. Long story short, these assassins find this other guy and they kill him, and they kill all of the monkeys except for that one monkey. That monkey takes the assassin's weapons and stuff and vows to kill all assassins. That is an interesting premise. I play this game called Contest the Champions on my phone, and Hit Monkey is one of the playable characters. It's so hilarious. It's not even funny. This monkey is jumping around, shooting guns. He's got a butterfly knife. He's got tonfa. I'm like, bruh, what was? It's a macaque, though. Are macaques big enough to wear suits and sunglasses? If you want to watch Hit Monkey for a laugh, I'm sure it will not disappoint. I think Jason Sudeikis is one of the voices on Hit Monkey from Archer. Remember Archer? He plays the nerd guy. He voices the nerd guy on Archer. And I think he's the ghost of the assassin who gets killed. And so that assassin is following Hit Monkey around while Hit Monkey's on a mission. James Gunn wanted to do a Hit Monkey film. That might have been good. I trust James Gunn for the most part. James Gunn has turned out some good movies. I'm not mad at him. Hit Monkey and Gorilla Man are slept on, D. Steezel. I just did a video where I talked about my recommended reading for this week, and Agents of Wakanda is one of the things that are recommended for reading, and Gorilla Man figures heavily into that equation, as well as with the new Avengers. I've always liked Gorilla Man, even since like the days of Agents of Atlas, and that one What If the Avengers were formed during the 1950s. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Man. So y'all, we've been on here about an hour, 15 minutes, and we have dug in and got through most of the issues that we need to discuss. D. Steezel, H-Town, Ray Smith, Theo B, T. Austin, and everybody else that's in here and didn't make themselves known. I appreciate all of y'all rocking with me. And continue to rock with me. Please. I don't think there are any holidays coming up next week, so my live will be back on its regular day at its regular time. So I would love it if y'all would join me for my live next week. And as Michael Keaton say, tell all your friends about me and have them join me on the live as well. Yeah. I can tell. You read a lot. Yeah, because Agents of Atlas is obscure. And if you rocking with Agents of Atlas, you the man, 100 grand. But y'all, I'm about to get up. I'm about to get up. I'm about to get out. I'm about to get up. I'm about to run over here to my LCS and pick up my BP so that I can be A-OK. Y'all, I'm about to be out. I'm going to hit y'all with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. I'll be getting at y'all. Brother Ray, D. Steezel, T. Austin, Theo B. Love and appreciate y'all. Peace.